1. You are relaxing on the couch after a long day at work, and your furry best friend is curled up obediently right beside you. Suddenly, they look up at you and let out a long, slow yawn. You instinctively smile, reach out to gently pet them, and think to yourself, somebody played hard today and is getting sleepy. You might even lean in to give them a warm, affectionate hug. It paints such a peaceful and adorable picture, doesn't it? But what if I told you that the truth behind that yawn is the exact opposite of what you are thinking? What if that yawn has absolutely nothing to do with being tired or needing sleep? Welcome to today's video. Together, we are going to uncover the truth and shatter one of the most common, long-standing myths that almost every dog owner completely falls for. In the fascinating world of canine psychology, the act of yawning is rarely just a biological reflex for sleepiness. It is actually a complex, invisible language system. It's an incredibly subtle communication signal they use to self-regulate when experiencing psychological stress, and a desperate attempt to send you a message. They aren't sleepy at all. They are actively talking to you, using a language that doesn't make a single sound. Consistently misunderstanding this familiar, everyday signal isn't just a harmless little mistake. In reality, it is much more risky than you might realize. When your dog sends a calming signal, and we either push forward or ignore it, we are accidentally stripping away their voice. Those tiny moments of stress and those misunderstood anxieties do not just magically disappear. They silently build up day after day, ultimately exploding into much more severe behavioral problems down the line, such as excessive barking, destructiveness, or even reactivity. Don't click away just yet. Stay with me until the very last second of this video, because by the time it ends, you are going to completely rethink everything, and the way you connect and bond with your four-legged best friend will change forever. 2. Let us step into everyday, real-life situations to explore the first and most common type of yawn, the calming signal. Picture this scenario. You are getting ready to take your puppy out for a walk. You walk over and grab their familiar leash. Or perhaps you are starting a training session and your tone of voice suddenly shifts, becoming more serious and authoritative. Right at that exact moment, your dog pauses and lets out a long yawn. Most of us look at that behavior and wonder, are they tired already? But the truth is, they aren't tired at all. What you just witnessed is a brilliant natural coping mechanism. In canine language, this is known as a calming signal. Your dog isn't trying to drift off to sleep. They are actively working to regulate their nervous system. The situation isn't dangerous by any means, but the intensity of the energy is just slightly beyond their comfort threshold. The sight of the leash, the sudden urgency, or the abrupt shift in your voice. To you, it's completely normal, but to your dog, it feels like an invisible pressure escalating. The yawn is their way of speaking up and saying, "The pace is a bit too fast. I'm trying my best to stay calm here." And this is where the vast majority of dog owners make their absolute biggest mistake. If your dog yawns and you continue to push forward, rushing to slip the leash on, or forcing them to execute a command no matter what, you are accidentally teaching them a devastating lesson. My polite communication signals have absolutely no value to my owner. When these gentle, polite requests are repeatedly ignored, a dog will eventually be forced to use more explosive, negative, and reactive behaviors just to be heard. So, how can you identify this stress-induced yawn? The secret lies in their eyes. The next time your dog yawns, look closely into their eyes. If their eyes are wide open, tense, or you can visibly see the white part of the eye showing, commonly referred to by professionals as whale eye, that is absolutely not relaxation. That is a clear sign of genuine, suppressed tension. The solution is incredibly simple. Take a pause. Do nothing for just a few seconds. Give them a brief break to let their nervous system relax and hit the reset button back to a balanced state. Once you start noticing and respecting this tiny signal, everything in your bond and relationship will turn a beautiful, much stronger new page. 3. Imagine the moment you return home after a long day. Seeing your dog, you happily run over, wrap your arms tightly around them, and squeeze gently as a way to express your affection. Your dog stands still, perhaps resting their head on your shoulder, and then a slow, deliberate yawn follows. You feel it's so sweet, like two souls connecting. But have you ever stopped to wonder if your dog truly feels the same way? The truth might be heartbreaking. To dogs, a hug is not at all the same as how we humans exchange affection. In canine body language, being held tight, enclosed, and deprived of free movement creates immense pressure. And sometimes they even perceive it as a threat. When your dog yawns while you are holding them, it is not a melt-in-your-arms yawn of joy. It is a sign of endurance. They are desperately trying to manage the tension in their body because they have no escape route. More dangerously, if this happens frequently, the dog will fall into a state that behaviorists call learned helplessness. They stop resisting, stop turning away, or stop trying to escape your embrace, not because they love the hug, but because they have learned that any resistance is futile. They give up expressing their true feelings simply because they know their owner will never let go until they want to. Sadly, the more calm and tolerant a dog appears during a forced hug, the more likely it is that they are actually suffering from severe psychological pressure. So, how can you change this without losing your connection? The answer lies in the word choice. Instead of rushing in and forcing a hug, try changing your interaction. Sit down next to your dog, relax your body, and wait. Let them be the one to actively approach, rest their head on you, or snuggle into your lap. When your dog voluntarily walks up and chooses to stay close to you, that is when true affection speaks. A hug only carries meaning when both sides feel free and respected. In that moment, the bond between you and your dog will become deeper and more sincere than ever. 4. Have you ever found yourself in this situation? You are standing by the door, leash in hand. Your dog is spinning in circles, whining and jumping with pure excitement because they know a walk is coming. But right in the middle of that explosion of energy, they suddenly stop and let out a long, slow yawn. What do you think? That they're sleepy? Or perhaps just excited and tired at the same time? The answer is neither. This is what we call frustrated arousal. Imagine your dog's body in that moment as a pressure cooker with the lid screwed on tight. When you grab that leash, their anticipation skyrockets. Their heart rate surges and their muscles tense up. Every sense they have is fixed on the door and the walk ahead. But they are trapped. They want to move. They want to release that pent-up energy, but they have no control over when the fun actually begins. That massive amount of energy with nowhere to go creates immense psychological pressure. The yawn is a biological release valve, helping the dog attempt to discharge the nervous tension that is clogging up their system. This is the most critical moment for shaping your dog's future behavior. Many owners, seeing their dog excited, rush to open the door or head outside. That action accidentally teaches the dog a wrong lesson. The noisier and more frantic I am, the sooner the world opens up for me. Over time, this leads to bad habits like leash pulling, reactivity, and an inability to settle down when things get exciting. Instead, the next time you see your dog yawn in this state, do the opposite. Stand completely still. Don't open the door, don't talk, and don't move forward. Be like a statue. Only when your dog stops yawning, starts to soften their posture, and finds their calm, should you take that first step. You are teaching them a golden rule. Calmness is the only key that unlocks the world. Once your dog masters this, every walk you take will become far more peaceful and rewarding. 5. Have you ever noticed that after guests leave your house, or right after you've accidentally raised your voice, your dog lets out a long, slow yawn? Many people overlook this, thinking that because the event is over, everything is fine. But in reality, this yawn is completely different. It is not about excitement. It is a biological reset button. During moments of stress or surprise, a dog's body releases a surge of cortisol, the stress hormone. Even when the trigger for their fear has disappeared, this hormone lingers in their bloodstream, keeping their nervous system on high alert. This particular yawn is like a deep breath that we humans take to calm ourselves down. It is the dog's way of actively flushing out pressure, attempting to return their heart rate and mind to a balanced state. This is when your dog is at their most vulnerable. They are reassessing the safety of their environment. Instead of rushing to pet them, play, or jump back into training commands, you should grant them a quiet interval. Give your dog about 10 to 15 minutes of peace in a low stimulation setting. Slow, gentle activities like sniffing or using a snuffle mat are the best ways to release that leftover tension. By respecting this recovery time, you are teaching your dog that stress is normal and it will pass safely when you are with me. That is how you build absolute, unwavering trust with your four-legged best friend. 6. Have you ever given your dog a sit command only for them to look at you and yawn in a confusing way? Many people get frustrated. They're being stubborn. They're intentionally ignoring me. But the truth is quite the opposite. This is a conflict yawn, a sign that your dog's brain is in a state of deep confusion. Remember, dogs don't just listen to words, they read your body language, your tone of voice, and your energy. If you say come with a gentle word, but your body is leaning forward with tension, or if you just accidentally scolded them a moment ago, your dog's brain splits. One part wants to obey, while the other feels unsafe due to your conflicting signals. The yawn is their way of pausing while their nervous system tries to process that chaos. They aren't refusing you, they are simply struggling to decode what you truly want. To fix this, stop blaming them. Instead, simplify everything. Use a single, clear command paired with a warm, steady tone and a relaxed posture. Create small, easy wins to help them regain their confidence. A dog's confidence doesn't come from strict discipline. It comes from your clarity and consistency. Every yawn, every glance, every pause, it's all a language. Your dog has been trying to talk to you like this all along. If this video helped you see into the mind of your furry friend, please don't hesitate to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to leave a comment below. When does your dog yawn the most? Let's decode their world together.